All right, welcome back, friends, and thank you for joining us today on this fourth episode of TWU True Words Unleashed. Today, we will be breaking down the pay structure of the TWU Local 250A Executive Board, and we are going to be showing you evidence in regards to the scandal pertaining to the recording secretary. Friends, after today's episode, I want you to answer one question. Are these guys in it for the money or for the membership? You decide, you guys. All I'm doing is providing you with the evidence. So let's go ahead and get started. There are a total of 14 people on the TWU Local 258 Executive Board. And in order to find out how much they get paid for the top four system-wide positions, we need to look at the bylaws. And for the chairpersons, we're going to be looking at the MOU. So allow me to share my screen with you guys quickly as we read the Article 5 in our bylaws. It says the president shall be a full-time employee of the local and shall be paid $2,694.80 per week. The financial secretary treasurer shall be a full-time employee of the local and shall be paid $2,500 per week. The executive vice president shall be a full-time employee of the local and shall be paid $2,621.20 per week. The recording secretary shall be paid $150 per week by the local plus lost time as needed. The recording secretary position, you guys, is a part-time position, meaning that the recording secretary signs up for a run and they make whatever their run pays. On top of that, Local 250A pays the recording secretary an extra $150 per week. However, stick around because, like I stated, I'm going to be showing you guys evidence in regards to the scandal in regards to the recording secretary. Now, keep in mind, these numbers are from 2020, so they do not reflect the couple of wage increases that we have received. Allow me to share my screen with you guys quickly so that I can show you guys this little, not graph, but this little thing that I put together right here. The top four positions right there, that's how they get paid per paycheck. Where did we get these numbers? Well, we just read them about 10 seconds ago. That's where we got these numbers from. That's how much they make per paycheck right there, you guys. President, executive vice president, secretary, treasurer, and recording secretary. These are the system-wide, four system-wide positions, as you can see right there, right? On the bottom here, we have the chairpersons. We're going to break this down in regards to how much they make per day and per paycheck. So in order to find out the chairperson's pay, we need to look at the contract, our MOU. So let's go to Article 25. And as you can see right there on your screen, it says SFMTA shall pay each of the Transport Workers Union's Local 258 chairpersons for 11 hours at straight time. 11 hours at straight time. So that's how much money they get paid, you guys. Per day, they get 11 hours straight time per day, plus the 20-minute lunch. All right, you guys. Now I'm going to stop sharing my screen quickly because I have to give you guys a little parentheses. And this parentheses is very, very important. All right, you guys. Almost immediately upon me coming into office, I demanded to see the money, the books, the records, etc. And some of the chairpersons were getting nervous. They were getting jumpy. And so coincidentally, they decided to give themselves, just the chairperson, the largest wage increase in the city and county of San Francisco among public sector employees, just for that small group of chairpersons in Local 258. Now, this wage increase was done during my very first round of contract negotiations in 2019. Why did some of these chairpersons decide to put forth this proposal just to give themselves this wage increase? I don't know. You guys, you decide. Did they give themselves this raise because they were looking out for you and your best interest? Was this a victory for the majority of our membership or just for a small group of individuals? Was this greed or benevolence? You decide, you guys. I'm simply bringing you the facts, the evidence with proof. All right. Now, how did they give themselves this raise? Well, allow me to share my screen with you guys to show you how they gave themselves this personal wage increase. We have to look at any contract prior to my administration, you guys. And if you look on the screen right now, you'll see highlighted in yellow, this contract is from July 1, 2011 through June 30th, 2014. Let's look at how the union chairpersons used to get paid. It says SFMTA shall pay each of the union chairpersons for 10 hours at straight time. 10 hours, you guys. So prior to my administration, they got paid 10 hours straight time per day. What happened during my first round of contract negotiations? Let me share my screen here, continue sharing my screen. I'm going to switch tabs here. And this contract that you're looking at here now, you see it highlighted in yellow. It says July 1, 2019 to June 30th, 2022. This is where they gave themselves the raise. Look at this. It says SFMTA shall pay each of the Transport Workers Union Local 258 chairpersons 11 hours at straight time. So they gave themselves the wage increase from 10 hours straight pay to 11 hours straight pay. That was the largest wage increase in the city and county of San Francisco, you guys, for a small group of individuals among public sector workers, public sector employees. Now, continuing on with this little parentheses here, prior to my administration, the union representatives had absolutely no idea about these four little letters titled FLSA. FLSA, you guys. Now, when the current treasurer came into office, he started actually doing his job. He started investigating. He started asking questions and inquiring about FLSA. He started making so much noise that eventually a new category popped up in everyone's paychecks, and it was titled FLSA. Now, we know that the current treasurer did not invent FLSA because FLSA has been around for decades before I was even born. So he was simply the person that was making the most amount of noise. And as the saying goes, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So all of a sudden, you guys, lo and behold, FLSA pops up on everyone's paychecks. So what does FLSA do for you again? It's pretty simple. It just simply provides you with more money if you meet the criteria, the requirements for FLSA. That's all it does. It just gives you more money. So this is kind of my way of saying thank you, Mr. Treasurer, for helping us find FLSA and for doing your job in the way that no one else has in the past. Now, reeling it back in, you guys, reeling it back in. This is important for the chairperson's pay because upon the treasurer finding out, discovering that the agency was not paying FLSA, the union chairpersons started receiving something that they had never received in the past, which was overtime money for their hours worked, even though all of their hours are paid at the regular rate of pay with no overtime. As we just read in the contract, it says they shall get paid 11 hours of straight pay, no overtime. But all of a sudden, FLSA kicks in thanks to the current treasurer. And what happens? All of the chairpersons see a tremendous boost all of a sudden in their paychecks. Let me show you guys one of their paychecks so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, you guys. Check this out. This right here is a paycheck, and I broke it all down just so we can focus in on this small area right here. This is the chairperson's pay. Notice that this is $40 at the rate of pay, $40. So this was from maybe 2 years ago, you guys. This particular chairperson, highlighted in yellow, did 110 hours of regular pay. Regular pay. That's it. That comes out to a total of $4,400. That's how much they needed to have made. That's it. Nothing else. But then all of a sudden, the second category kicked in, FLSA. That's what the Secretary Treasurer did in terms of finding this money right here, FLSA. So look at this, highlighted in yellow. $618.18 was automatically kicked into this union chairperson's bank account, into their paycheck. Why? Because the treasurer, current secretary treasurer, was able to find this FLSA, something that nobody ever had. None of these chairpersons ever had this before. And this is where the tremendous boost comes in, you guys. And keep this in mind. This is $618.18 at $40 of pay. Right now, we are making $42.31 per hour. So this money at this moment jumps exponentially, another maybe $300 or $400, an extra huge amount of money for these union chairpersons, you guys. Wow, wow, wow. Let me go back, you guys, to this little page right here to start breaking this money down per day. I'm going to highlight this so you guys can take a look. $465.41 straight pay. How do we get that? We just multiply 4231 times 11 hours, and that's what we get per day. Where did we get the second line? FLSA, $61.18. We got it from this previous screen that I was just sharing with you guys right here, $618.18. All we do is divide that by 10 days, and you get right there $61.18 FLSA. And I put a little note there that says this amount is at $40, not at $42.31. Therefore, this money will essentially be higher. Next is the lunch pay. So this is the total right here, you guys. Follow along with me. I know I'm going through this quickly, but you can rewind it if you need to pay attention to this. Per day, each chairperson makes a minimum of $540.69 per day, you guys. And remember, it's actually higher because of the FLSA money, okay? The FLSA money. How much do they make per paycheck? It says right here, look, I'm highlighting it per paycheck. Chairpersons make, all of the chairpersons except for number 10. Number 10 is miscellaneous chairperson. Remember, they only make what they sign up for on their run, their shift, or their bid because they are not an operator. So each chairperson makes $5,406.90 minimum per paycheck. Look at the president's salary, you guys. Now remember, these top four positions do not include the wage increases that they've received. But look at the top one right there, you guys. The president makes less money than a chairperson, you guys. So you tell me, are these guys in it for the money or for the membership? Any one of them can do 1 day of RDO and they make exponentially higher figures than the president, executive vice president, or the secretary treasurer, you guys. This is right here is just absolutely astronomical, you guys. So, as you can see here, for these chairpersons, except for the miscellaneous, like I stated, they make closer to $600 per day. If they work RDO, well, then they make a hell of a lot more money. And for making this amount of money, you guys, you would think that some of these chairpersons at least have the decency to return your damn phone call. Goodness gracious. So you tell me, you guys, are they in it for the money or are they in it for the membership? Was this wage increase given to themselves for the benefit of the membership or for themselves? You guys, you decide. I'm simply bringing you the facts and they are indisputable right there. Now, I have to reveal the scandal pertaining to the recording secretary, you guys, that I was just mentioning to you a couple of minutes ago. All right. Now, the recording secretary, Vertrina Davis, and how we are paying for zero representation. Allow me to share with you the evidence so that there is zero ambiguity, you guys. Here's the scandal pertaining to the recording secretary of TWU Local 258. This is emails, and I highlighted the important sections right here. All right, you guys, this is from the SFMTA Human Resources Department, from the Leave Services and Accommodations Divisions, to Vertrina Davis, carbon copied me, Wednesday, September 14, 2022 at 4:38 p.m. It's highlighted right there. What does it say? It says, "Hi, Vertrina. I hope all is well. I see that you accepted the meeting invite for Monday, September 19th at 1 p.m. Unfortunately, you are not eligible to join the meeting due to you being off work on a workers' comp leave. We cannot permit you to do any SFMTA work while you are off. Please let me know if you have any questions or need any additional information. Thanks." Let's go to the next email, you guys. Highlighted in yellow right there. This is from Vertrina Davis to SFMTA Human Resources Department. All right, you guys. Thursday, September 22nd, 2022 at 1:58 p.m. from Vertrina Davis. It says, "Good afternoon. Do you about how long the meeting will be tomorrow? I have physical therapy tomorrow. Thank you." 16 minutes later, the agency responds to Vertrina Davis. And it says, "Hi, Vertrina. Sorry, you actually cannot join the meeting since you are on leave. We cannot have you doing any SFMTA work while you are off work with a workers' comp injury. Thanks." 8 minutes after that, the agency emails me personally and carbon copies a few other folks, and they say, "Roger, just an FYI, Vertrina Davis is still not able to join the meeting due to being off on a workers' comp leave. Thanks." Wow, wow, wow. So you guys, you are paying a recording secretary who is not allowed to represent you because they have been off of work for half a decade, you guys. That means that you are wasting your money. You are paying a person who is not allowed to represent you. If this person represents you, that is called workers' comp fraud. That is illegal. That is a crime. All right, you guys, they are not allowed to represent you. Vertrina Davis is not allowed to represent you because she's out on a workers' comp leave. Yet you are still paying for Vertrina Davis through your union dues, as I just pointed out, you guys. That is the scandal right there. Luckily, we have an election that's coming up, you guys. And let me tell you this, I am going to ask my mother to pay union dues to Local 258 because I'm going to ask my mother to run for recording secretary because my mother has the exact same qualifications as the recording secretary. My mother is off of work. My mother cannot represent you. My mother will not represent you. My mother is out on leave for several years. So you see, you guys, my mother meets the exact same qualifications as the recording secretary. And my mother would love to collect a check doing absolutely nothing. My mother has not typed any minutes in the past 5 years, just like the current recording secretary has not typed any minutes in the past 5 years, half a decade. You guys, you know who has been typing the minutes? I'll give you a secret. Roger Marenko has been typing the minutes for the past half decade, you guys. So you see, do me a favor, you guys. My mother's name is Tina Marenko. She has the same last name as I, and she meets all of the criteria that the current recording secretary has. So please, you guys, when you see my mother's name on that ballot, vote for my mom because she will do the exact same thing that the current recording secretary is doing. Meaning, my mother will not type any minutes. My mother will not represent you. My mother will not come to work. My mother is off on leave, you guys, and she will simply collect a paycheck from you because that's where your money is going, you guys. That's the scandal pertaining to the recording secretary. You tell me, you're going to continue paying your money for a person that's not allowed to represent you, a person that has been told by the agency that they cannot even join a meeting online, on Zoom, on Teams, over the phone. They cannot even join from the comfort of their home because they're out on a workers' comp leave for half a decade, you guys. Damn. Why am I exposing all of this? Because it's your money, you guys. And let me tell you this, it's very, very interesting when I brought this up a while back. Her cronies were saying, "You're racist, Roger." You tell me, you guys, is this racism? Then I was told, "You're sexist, Roger." You tell me, you guys, is this sexism? Then I was told, "You're discriminating." You tell me, you guys, is this discrimination? I leave that for you to decide, you guys. And I ask you once again, please vote for my mother in the next coming election because my mother has the exact same qualifications and she will do the exact same thing that the current recording secretary is doing at this very moment. So the decision is in your hands, you guys. I am simply bringing you the evidence because it's your money that's going into her pocket. It's your money that could potentially be going into my mother's pocket. And so please vote for her, you guys. There's going to be a lot more discussion in the near future in these next coming weeks pertaining to the election. Many of you have even asked me if I will be running in the next election, you guys. So let me answer that question with this right here. If I am given a fair trial, then we will move forward accordingly, you guys. If I am not given a fair trial, then we will move forward accordingly, simply in a separate direction. All right, you guys. But I would encourage all of you to step up to the plate because if you are looking for a leader, you better look in the mirror because that is where leadership starts. That is where you are going to find a real leader in the mirror, you guys. Friends, let us eliminate the illiteracy, the hypocrisy, the violence, and the ignorance that has plagued this union for years, you guys, for years. Join us, you guys, in the next episode. That does it for me today. Join us today in the next episode, you guys. Join us in the next episode where we are going to be destroying lies and misinformation with facts and evidence so that hopefully we can encourage you to run for office. And more importantly, you guys, so that you can help us remove the cancer that has plagued this union for several years. With the last slide that I'm going to show you guys, it's simply going to be the TWU international contact list so that you can contact the TWU leadership and ask them, say, hey, Roger just revealed to us that we're paying a recording secretary who is not allowed to represent us. Roger just showed us evidence in previous episodes that Local 258 is paying International $50,000 per month, more than 600 grand per year. Why, International, are you guys allowing X, Y, and Z to happen? Why don't you step in to help ABC occur? Because what's happening is illegal. It's a violation. It's unprecedented. It's not right and it's not fair. So, friends, allow me to share my screen with you guys as I share the top leadership email addresses for the president, the executive vice president, the secretary treasurer, the two administrative vice presidents, and the staff representatives so that you can do your part. Email them and ask them, say, what the is going on with my money? And why are you not doing anything about it? Why are you letting Local 258 continue to do X, Y, and Z? This is my money and I want answers. Friends, join us in the next episode. Till next time, you guys, as always, stay safe out there.